Hi guys! Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. So if you're wanting to apply to the psychology doctorate program, you would already been trying to gather the right work experiences that are relevant to the field. So all the experiences that you've been gathering are really great, but then how do you show that you are applying psychology in your work? When you do an undergraduate degree in psychology, they would likely teach you all the basic theories that would be applied into the field of psychology when you eventually go on your internship program or your first job after graduating. So once you start your job proper, it is a chance for you to check out whether all the theories you've learned in your undergraduate degree actually can be applied and how does it work in real life. So here are some of the general psychology knowledge that you would already hear about from undergraduate that I will be talking about. It is the Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems model. I also mentioned the Vygotsky's zone of proximal development model. I talk about Skinner's operant conditioning and also Albert Bandura's social learning theory. So I'm going to show you how I use the applied scientist model to display applying psychology to the piece of work that I had done. So just to mention that details have been omitted and confidentiality has been maintained as I share this case with you. Tom was referred by his GP to our service for an ADHD assessment. The main presenting problem is his display of challenging behaviors at home towards his sibling and also in school towards peers. His anger escalates very quickly from a calm state to having a huge temper. I used Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems model to think about how the environment around Tom influences his growth and development, and also how Tom experiences his environment influencing the way he acts in different settings. Tom's anger escalates really quickly from becoming very calm to suddenly really angry. So in terms of the self, at 3 weeks old, Tom was admitted into the ICU, and D. Agatha et al. Actually found that this impacts on physical, psychological and emotional development. It also increases risk of neurodevelopmental difficulties, and it affects the formation of secure attachments. In the microsystem, we have home life and school life. So at home, when Tom was 3 years old, his parents separated, and Maccabee found that parental conflict may increase the risk of children developing behavioral or psychosocial difficulties. Currently at home, mom faces common parenting traps identified by Dads and Halls, such as giving a lot of attention to the problem behavior, unclear boundaries, and unintentionally rewarding for behaviors. In relation to Tom's school life, research from Bergeron explains that currently, when Tom faces a situation in school that sets off unconscious memories of the medical trauma he had when he was young, he would engage in disruptive behaviors or become defiant as a response to his fears and anxieties. A common trigger for Tom's behaviors is when things do not go his way, which makes him feel unsafe. In the mesosystem, school was very willing to collaborate with our service to help manage Tom's behaviors, such as us giving some suggestions to school as to how to help him in the classroom. So based on all the information, NICE guidelines recommends that the first line of treatment for children showing ADHD traits is in more than one setting is a parent training program. Therefore, in agreement with my supervisor, I had provided low-intensity cognitive behavioral therapy intervention with MOM, which is adapted from Webster Stratton's Incredible Years Parenting Program. I tracked progress using the goal-based outcomes and strengths and difficulties questionnaires, as research has shown that gaining feedback leads to better outcomes, and also these measures have shown good validity and reliability. So in terms of the intervention, I'm going to show you how I relate 3 theories into the different areas of intervention. Firstly, in relation to Vygotsky's zone of proximal development, I got Mom to teach Tom how to regulate emotions through calming strategies when he feels upset or angry. For example, breathing, stress balls, taking a cold drink, and also taking an I do, we do, you do approach to scaffold the learning experience. Second is Skinner's operant conditioning. I gave psychoeducation to Mom about the attention table and techniques such as selective ignoring for minor irritating behaviors and reinforcement of good behaviors through praise and rewards. And lastly, in relation to Albert Bandura's social learning theory, children will learn through observation, and modeling of their parents' behaviors. So for example, I share with mom that if she controls her emotions and stay calm in the midst of selecting ignoring instead of shouting at Tom to stop doing something, Tom would also learn to reduce shouting back at mom. So I'm pleased to share that as we track routine outcome measures week to week, the baseline score for SDQ impact parent rated was in the clinical range of 5, which is very high, and it reduced to the non-significant range at 1 during the 6-week follow-up after intervention. So then I reflect on my practice. What I could have done differently is, firstly, maybe do more role-playing in sessions to ensure that mom knows how to do the selective ignoring and effective instructions when she goes home with Tom. So secondly is more psychoeducation about the factors impacting Tom's behaviors, and also help mom to do more validating of emotions and improve mom's mentalization skills. Therefore, if you're applying for the doctorate and thinking about how to write your personal statement and eventually thinking about your interview process, it is really how you pick out and show that you are applying psychology in your work. Make sure you meet the minimum requirements and then pick the right examples that you're going to showcase how you apply psychology. So I really hope that this video has shown you a little bit about how to apply psychology and how to explain and show that you are applying psychology in your work. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at gettingpsyched4you, where you can also send me messages and ask me questions there. So thank you and see you again soon. Bye!